One major escalation with Iran could suddenly make life a lot more expensive for millions of Americans. And for a lot of families already struggling with inflation, that could turn into a serious problem fast.
So it's $77, and that wasn't even the full tank. Yeah, it just seems like a lot. It's very sad every time I have to pay.
Right now, Wall Street is seriously worried that tensions in the Middle East could spiral much further than most people realize. Because this isn't just another overseas conflict anymore. If things keep heating up between Iran, Israel, and the United States, it could directly hit gas prices, groceries, flights, online shopping, and even mortgage rates right here in America. And this is where it starts to get personal for millions of Americans. About 20% of the world's oil supply moves through one narrow shipping lane near Iran called the Strait of Hormuz. And if that route gets attacked, blocked, or messed with, oil prices could absolutely skyrocket. And that's exactly what investors are freaked out about right now. Because when oil prices spike, the impact ripples through almost every part of our economy. Shipping costs jump. Flights get pricier. Groceries cost more. And suddenly, everyday Americans start feeling the pinch almost immediately. The United States and Iran have been on opposing sides since the Iranian Revolution back in 1979. For decades, those tensions have included sanctions, cyber attacks, proxy wars, and repeated military standoffs across the Middle East. But the biggest issue has always been Iran's nuclear program. Israel has repeatedly warned that it sees a nuclear-capable Iran as a direct existential threat. And news outlets like Reuters and The Wall Street Journal are reporting that fears of a wider regional conflict are growing. But most Americans don't really think about foreign conflicts affecting their daily lives until prices suddenly start shooting up at home.
Flour, bread, those are basic food. Eggs, you can't buy eggs. Everything is going up. Clothes and things, they're not going up because you don't need clothes, but you need food. Wages doesn't go up. In the COVID time, I put my life on the line to save other people. But yet still, I get no thanks, nothing. My wages doesn't go up. My children can't find food. You used to eat 3 times a day. Now you have to limit it to 1 time a day.
And this is where things start becoming very real for ordinary Americans. Because once fuel prices go up, almost everything else follows. Gas prices go up. Groceries go up. Restaurant prices go up. Airfare goes up. Even Amazon deliveries become more expensive because transportation costs hit the entire economy. And Americans are already exhausted from years of inflation. That's the real danger here. Another major oil shock could force the Federal Reserve to keep interest rates way higher for much longer than anyone expected. That means higher mortgage rates, higher car payments, higher credit card interest, and even more financial pressure on regular households. For many Americans, life already feels financially stretched thin, and even higher inflation could make things truly impossible. This is why markets react so aggressively to every major headline involving Iran or Israel. Because investors know one major disruption in the Middle East could trigger panic across global financial markets almost overnight. And this isn't just about oil anymore. Modern conflicts affect everything from supply chains to inflation to retirement savings to stock markets and to everyday consumers just trying to keep up with rising costs. And whether people realize it or not, one conflict thousands of miles away could eventually change what millions of Americans pay for everyday life right here at home. Because in today's economy, global conflicts don't stay overseas anymore. They eventually show up in gas stations, grocery stores, mortgage payments, and family budgets across America. And for many Americans already struggling with inflation, another major economic shock could push household finances even closer to the edge. If you want realistic breakdowns of how global events impact your money, investments, and the US economy, subscribe now. We break down the real story behind the headlines every single week. Stay informed, stay prepared, and I'll see you in the next video.